This is the first murder scene I've ever seen. There should be a vent, usually a good way to break in and out undetected. I can't say why, but something tells me that the murderer entered and another alarm. It was tripped at some point. The notepad has the ship's emblem on it. I suppose all the first-class cabins. It says, Inspector B. The Baroness seems to... And that means that the Raven can't be the murderer. He never killed any... Legrand probably never got the message. The mannequin surely... The door frame was damaged when The real question is... Assuming the murderer isn't a magician, and the murderer couldn't have left... So, the murderer must have still been in here, or he found... Must go with the built-in speakers. The tape recorder is old, top of the range. There's only... And it's the wrong... No. The sheet and the blanket have already... The blood spot is the only... That's odd. The blood is so... red. A reel made by Zeibling. I know the brand. Zeibling's tapes can be overwritten. They're used in offices so that but they're not good for much else. Out of the cabin through a porthole, Legrand and I would have seen them. It's the same and the Baron... The Baroness was a very busy woman. She writes about Bubby and almost every family. I'll leave it there. I don't have time. Sunflower can't... most unportable portmanteau I've ever... A portable must be hard work transport. And the Baroness was lucky that the other freight cars... An impressive piece, but I don't think it'll get me any... A big... if it... Can't see... Wow. Heavier than... Aha. Why would it... Oh. There may be something else. More feathers, and then... I'd better take... There may be something else in the vase, but... Could work. There's something... Someone stuffed this. Looks like it's been used to muffle a... If this isn't an important discovery, I'd... Legrand. The Baroness's butler looks like he did... Hello.
Oh,
You look the wo...
quite. Would you hire...
But...
If. But what if not? There are no guards.
Under these circumstances...
Of...
Did you notice anything
No, sir. I was there and we found you.
Did you hear...
No, just...
You said you were...
Not entirely, sir. One of the crew informed me. I suppose that she was...
She had...
That was not...
The Baroness's cabins...
Indeed, sir.
Really?
She was searching.
In...
I think she did, sir.
You?
I'm a...
Would you just...
well,
That doesn't answer...
she used to take a lot of luggage. She was always...
What about the...
I mem...
The Baroness seemed to be...
Is that...
Does that surprise...
Oh, yeah.
How...
Seriously.
Was she under any
Certainly not, sir. Like so many elderly women...
How long had you...
6...
Only... I always thought that...
Those decades have to stop. Her former butler...
I understand.
I...
May I ask... Doesn't it hinder...
Yes.
I didn't mean...
The Baroness had a soft spot for disabled...
I think...
Please.
A singed pillowcase is proof that there must have been a second gunshot. Inspector?
Can't you not?
I'm
not getting anywhere. I'm going to question each passenger. Anyone without an airtight alibi will...
But
People trip up when the Raven is nervous. I'll see it in his eyes.
But Inspector We have no proof that the Raven and the murderer are the same.
You may not know it, but I do.
I don't believe it. What's gotten into him? Ah, well. It makes no sense to tell him about my theories if his opinion... I also need his lab if I need to get in there somehow. And I really need to talk to... The Grand Lock... The lock isn't especially secure. Go. So, what do you...
Oh, anything.
Leave it with...
Yeah.
Salty sea air... If I... Miss Miller. Good morning, Miss Miller. Professor Lucien.
Constable Zellner, how are you? I heard you passed out last night.
Well, not...
Oh,
That rat!
Who do you mean?
That stowaway!
The young man can't be the... Constable Oliver had already apprehended...
You mean...
Whoever killed the Baroness...
I think... I should...
One last question. Do you think the eye is well...
Of course. They assured me that it would take hours of work, and if Legrand isn't in his cabin, Constable Oliver... I want to go back to my cabin.
oh. See you later.
I didn't... Learning that there's still a burglar...
He was so
And then this...
Oh, I didn't mean...
No, I'm sure he'll calm down.
Of course.
How is Matt?
After all the commotion, but I haven't told...
I think he's...
I want to thank you again for what... I wouldn't have known...
Every... Think... How was that?
It was awful. I was having a conversation with Edgar, then I wanted to look for the lady and went forward via the... When I passed the Baroness's cabin, I heard a muffled scream.
You heard it?
Yes. I thought the Baroness probably had a fall. I went to the... Since I couldn't hear anything, I knocked on the door and asked whether she was all right.
Interesting.
I didn't know what to do, so I tried to open the door. It was locked. I saw the Baroness's butler, Mr. Inch, on the forecastle. I thought he might have the key. On the way, the bobby crossed my path, and then Edgar, who wanted to check the safe. I explained the situation to him, and...
How did...
It was a short...
Was it?
Yes.
So, it could have been a scream from the Baroness. Possibly because she discovered...
Possibly.
That person might have threatened her with a...
Oh, God.
He waited.
Oh, please, stop it, Mr. Z...
The Baroness's butler said that he...
Yes, he was standing on the...
Was he on...
I'm not sure. He was... Oh, yeah, yes, he looked after you while you were unconscious. He unbuttoned your collar and held your head while...
But you can't say for certain.
Well, no.
Did you report that to an...
Yes, last night. He was very interested and took a lot... But I wanted to look for Lady Westmacott, and he let me go without further delay. Do you think the man from the train also...
I don't know.
It's horrible. Explosions, thieves, murderers. This isn't the right place for a lady and a little boy.
You and Professor Lucien...
Oh, yes. He's an expert and he's the head of the Egyptian department in the British Museum, you know.
Right.
They had planned on exhibiting both jewels together. I think it's quite...
We're working hard to ensure that...
I know. I'll ask Lady Westmacott.
And Professor Lucien, you're American,
That's correct.
and you moved to England.
I lived in England before. During the Second World War, I volunteered. I worked in a pharmacy on a U.S.
Enough.
Well, it was the war and everyone was sent.
Please.
After the war, I studied music in
He was also.
No, English.
And you gave up your
Well,
life as a single.
it was pretty. I worked from morning till night and it was still only enough for the Baroness.
And then.
It was like an angel appeared to me. She made me a generous offer, and she really adores Matt. She's offered him a good education and I'm still afraid that it's a dream and
How does it feel to.
the work is very interesting and
You are very lucky.
I just hope she won't change her mind one day. I really make an effort to measure up to. Sometimes
Lady Westmacott couldn't.
I'm saving up as much money as I can all the same.
Lady Westmacott dropped a hint on the
Oh, she must have.
manuscript.
She always takes it with her. I once asked her why she never published it. She said,
And in it, part 2 will be.
maybe. I've never read it. No one has.
If you worked in a pharmacy,
Everything is a potential poison, Constable.
have you ever heard of.
It's a tranquilizer.
I'm asking you.
Lady Westmacott also asked questions like that. But since I've never wanted to kill anyone, I never bothered. I could recommend something for a headache, so.
That's kind of you. I'll be see. Matt is keeping himself, but I think he'd be running around all over. Hello?
Hi.
Are you. Have you.
What's going?
What do you.
Everybody's acting so.
You don't.
Is it about the man?
It might be about.
Haven't you caught him?
I'm work.
Okay.
I heard you.
We did. Everything was bad. We didn't have much money.
You do know.
She wouldn't have had to. I'm always happy when we do something together on vacation. And I like my boarding school. I have lots of friends, and the teachers aren't so.
Your mother and Professor Lucy. Don't you like him?
Don't know.
He seems.
I get.
Lady Westmacott is all by herself.
Sure. The lady tells.
I know. She's.
She told me that it's not much fun to write detective novels. She'd rather write something else, but her fans always want the same.
They made her rich and famous.
I told her to write what she wants to write. If it's good, someone will buy it. And if not, at least she had fun writing it. Then she smiled and nodded. She said it was a good.
What are you?
I'm playing shuffleboard.
Never played.
It's easy.
And who?
We didn't play.
You didn't want. Do you want to play?
Sure.
I think you'll have to
Okay. You play with the blue pucks and I play with the red ones. You have to push the pucks with this stick into the zone over there.
Sounds easy. How many pucks?
6. Now here comes the kicker. First it's your turn, then mine, and so on.
Then let's get.
Oh, what?
Ah,
That's bull. We have to bet something.
you.
So I'll bet my brand new slingshot.
I don't want to.
How about ice cream in Cairo?
Okay.
Hey! Never try to cheat Matt Miller. So, what do you say?
That's it.
Oh, man.
The athlete wins the day.
One more time.
No, that's enough for me.
All right. Here,
Are you sure?
gambling debts are debts of honor.
I'll give it back to you when I don't.
Okay.
A good slingshot. Uh-huh. The little stones make perfect ammunition for the...
Mr. Kreutzer, come on, you have to give... You're the only one who was on the...
As I said,
Are you sure that...
Legrand will quit. But if he doesn't get the answers that he wants... X... Ah, that's... Whatever, Constable... Good. Constable Oliver.
Huh?
Ham.
Oh, what?
I don't see anyone here.
Yeah. Oh, delicious.
You don't expect me to what?
Oh!
Constable Oliver is drink. A little stuff. All right.
Ow! 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 Ah! Hey, Zelda!
What?
Something hit me!
You mean someone shot at you?
Yes, well, no. Didn't you notice anything?
I was riveted by the...
And my bottle's broken too. Oh. Could you bring me something to...
I'm sorry. Let's see how long he can... Not long. I would be too in your position. What?
My name is Adil.
Constable, why did you sneak onto
I wanted to go back.
your...
There's no work for me in Italy. I want to see my family.
And since you don't have money...
So what if I...
So...
Me?
No?
Well, I couldn't take anything with me on this trip, so...
Interesting. And
Well, I thought it was yesterday.
I take this bump personally. What were you searching for on...
I was hiding the whole evening. I wanted to go out and get some fresh air, see the stars. But then suddenly, they were looking for him.
Were you in one of the...
No!
Did you see anyone...
No!
And after we arrested...
The English policeman put me in this cell.
And you didn't notice...
No?
What about the gunshot?
Yes. The English policeman had already arrested me.
And
Then, the Bobby was in a hurry to get rid of me. He left, and then a short...
Constable Oliver wasn't with you and...
No. I was scared that the ship would sink with me.
It's hard for me to believe a single word of your story.
Because I'm a
Because you seem to have learned our...
Believe what you want.
Who paid you to distract?
What?
You went for a walk around the deck and let yourself be seen. Everyone...
No, I didn't do anything. I just want to go.
You're a liar.
But sir,
And I'm Inspector Legrand. He's lying like a cheap rug. But he probably doesn't know anything up there, so I have to keep searching. The cargo hold... A stroke. Oils. And here, an old... Whoever... It's been through a lot. Hardly any... I'll take... Some wrenches. Well, I think the bullet is still... I'm not a weapons specialist, but at first sight, that would mean that the murderer also fired a shot here. Did they just want to make sure the old gun's still... And did the bullet really come? I can only check that. The young man is lying. He can't have anything to do with the murder. When we heard the shot, he was in the custody of Constable Oliver. He could be responsible for the bump on the back of my head. And maybe he also... But he's no criminal master. What a pity. I expected more from this interrogation.
That takes the biscuit.
I noticed that the door was unguarded. I just...
Tell it to Legrand. He's expressly forbidden anyone to speak to...
Don't act. Legrand can't manage all this.
Only until the end of this...
Legrand already knows.
Really?
All right, let's go to Legrand and you fell asleep and then you... Well? Of course. Hello, ma...
Hi. What?
Here's your sleep.
Really?
You're welcome, but... You should put Constable Oliver...
I understand. Don't worry.
Good man. I have...
Sure.
I'll let him play for now. The lock isn't especially secure. A lock master and son. Tough to crack. If I wanted to steal the eye, I'd If everything goes according to plan, fingers crossed. Neatly folded, Legrand hasn't slept since we cast off. Legrand must have taken and developed the photos himself. He seems to be... I suppose it's some... Legrand has... I shudder to... At least the risk that he could miss... Legrand sent to me. Our man is ruled. This file belongs in a museum. The inspector should concentrate. This is the part. Legrand seems to have inspected it for No. Either he wore gloves. Aha. A microscope. There's nothing on... And first, I have to put some... First... Legrand must have taken them yesterday. Yes, that's... I think. I wasn't The spot on the there's blood on the blank. This photo... A rough diagram. Seems like he didn't... Shot in her... She didn't feel a thing. She went to sleep and never woke up. The blanket and the sheet are gone. Another alarm. It was tripped at some point. There are still fragments of the... Why is he pushing himself like this? Even if he catches the raven... Okay. All right. That's the proof. Whoever shot the Baroness also fired the shot in the cargo hold. What could that mean? Forensic teams use deplacing it's a all right. Half of the tools in this box will be actually forensics are not for forensics in the wood. I'm sure Legrand could work magic. What's this? Oh, a hermetically sealed. I'll take it. Good Lord. A small glass. A small. Good Lord. Fingerprints. I all. Aha, this is some kind of and here's a list of the fingerprints. You have to mix luminol and a hydrogen peroxide solution. The solution turns blue. Okay then. Good Lord. Which? Aha! And there's... I'll mix it. Okay. I can detect blood with this mixture. The clear... Okay, and putting it down. No blood. Not the slightest reaction. If I didn't make a mistake, and it wasn't that. But if it isn't blood, what is it? He was supposed to have examined everything. We're lucky that the Lydia, I suppose, Doctor, who'd want to be greedy. It seems impossible that but he must have noticed that the Baroness was lying in a pool. Let's find out. It's probably for emergencies, in case a passenger falls down, possibly due to rough sea. The sink looks like it's been cleaned recently. I can't say whether it was the reel. I can't be certain that this is the reel that was missing from the Baroness. I guess the trap. Right. Paper towels. Hold on. What's a burst rubber glove? It's knotted, and there's a red liquid all over the... I bet good money that it's the same fake blood. Dr. Gebhardt will have trouble explaining how rubber... First, the fake blood he missed in the Baroness's cabin, and now this. That's proof enough for me. I should report to... A tape recorder from Sibling. Interesting. Maybe Dr. Gebhardt records the results of his examination. The player is rather bait. Okay. Nothing. Strange. There. Very interesting. Time to pay Legrand a visit. No.
No, don't.